Hello guys and welcome to today's video. Well, today we are gonna talk about 5 hidden features on my F20. So there are actually 5 hidden things on this car that I'm gonna talk with you about, and then some of these are more known than other features, but some of these are actually pretty rare, and two of them I only found out after like a few weeks ago. So even when I owned this car for more than a year, I just found out that the car could do that. So these are small things that I'm going to talk about, and a lot of them are from the inside, but actually one of them is on the outside. And actually that's a thing that a lot of BMWs can do. Even my previous one could do it, but that's it. If you open your car, like you unlock it, nothing happens. If you lock it again, also nothing special. But if you keep the unlock button pressed in, all the windows will go down, as you can see. And if you have an open sunroof, it will also go open. So that's a feature that I already knew a few years because I discovered it on my old E87. Yeah, it's a nice thing because, in summer times when I drive with my windows open, and I drive around and I close my car and I see, oh, I left my window open, I just press this button to the lock button and everything just closes, which is very handy, and not all cars have this. Weirdly enough, it only seems that some German cars do it, but I think it's an amazing handy feature. Then the other things that I know from in the car are actually in the infotainment menu, and one is a hardware thing. So we all know that here is a plug 12-volt socket for your car. But did you know, like I said, some people knew it. This is actually something that I didn't know until not that long ago, but somewhere here, I don't know if the camera is picking it up, but somewhere here is another plug. If I can find it, yeah, here. So come on, baby, get in. Of course I can't find the hole anymore, but somewhere here. Okay, so I found it, but actually here is another plug for your 12-volt socket. So I never knew about this until my friend told me. He knows a lot about the 1 Series, but yeah, there is another little, a 12-volt socket over here, which I actually never knew. I didn't know that until a few weeks ago, and that my friend told me, and because I said, like, my E87 used to have one here, and that was very handy, and then told me, yeah, but you already have 2 plugs in the cabin. And I was like, well, where's the second one? Well, it's here. So it's handy when you need to charge multiple devices, and this one ain't cutting it. Then you can have like 2 of these, and then you can charge more devices. So yeah, it's a very handy thing. And like I said, I actually absolutely didn't know that there was a little socket over here. But yeah, like I said, this car always surprises me on good manners and bad manners. But yeah, that's a little extra feature that I didn't know about. Then the other feature is actually in the menu. If you press the start button, I'm gonna turn over the radio, and you go through all these secret things, then you can actually go to a secret menu. So you keep this button pressed in like this, you just keep it pressed in, and you will go through certain things like reset possible from oil change. And here you go, you see this little screen, you get notification, system test, start roller, test ending, and unlock. That's really what you can do. If you do a system test, you can do, like, your cluster can do weird things. if you wanted to, like, look mom, I'm doing 260 on your driveway. Yeah, so those are the special things that you can, your cluster may do. It's like your car is flashing. Yeah, oops, I did it again. But yeah, okay, so blah 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 blah, let's go through this. I didn't actually know my LCD could go red. But yeah, if you want a Christmas tree, you want to feel like you have a Volkswagen, you can do this. Keep it pressed in, and then you can do like, you know, unlock, keep the button pressed in, and then you have like lock code. And what you do is the last 5 numbers of your VIN. So you can find the VIN in your hood and also normally your paperwork, but that's different for each country, so I'm not showing that. But in your hood, you can, under your hood, next to your coilover there, you can find your chassis number. You take the last 5 numbers and you add them up. And on my car, those 5 numbers are 20. So you keep pressing this button until you come at a certain number. My car is 20. You keep it pressed in, and now you can see a lot more. So you can really see like tank, you can see like how many liters fuel do you have in your tank. I have apparently 51 liters left, so 38 liters in the left and then 12 in the right, apparently 15 total. Yeah, so that's the thing that you can see, because I just, you know, filled up, so it's pretty accurate. Then you can press again, go out of it. Temperature, here you can actually see like your, I'm not sure what this is, but you can see your temp raw data. So that's the temperature from the outside. Coolant temp, which is 39 degrees, which is actually pretty hot. This car hasn't driven for a couple of hours. Oil temp 35 degrees. Oh yeah, I've driven the car 2 hours ago, that's right. And then you can, you know, those are things that you can see. So seeing the oil temp is pretty handy. I don't use this anymore because I have this little screen now. But like I said, you can really use a lot of different things like a speedo, ref, system voltage, acoustics. I wouldn't, you know, do too much with these. You can even do a software reset, which I don't recommend doing. But yeah, you can do a lot of things. And if you want to go out of it, it's very easy. You can just turn off your car, or you can do test end. So here you go, test end. You keep it pressed in, it will say the end test. You press again for yes. Wait, did I do something wrong? End test. Oh yeah, you just shortly press it, and now you have your normal, you know, cluster again. So that's really that. So you have a secret menu and you can really see a lot of, you know, certain cool stuff in there. I mean, it should have been cool if you could, you know, access that more easily, but it is what it is. So those are already 3 features that I showed you guys. So the plug, opening the windows, and the secret menu. But I guess that most of you actually already knew this. Also, there are 2 things in the menu and one in the hardware. You probably or don't know that these buttons are actually touch sensitive. So you can go over these and then you can see what they're, you know, rated to. So like I said, button 1 to 6 for me are actually radio stations, but 7 is nothing and 8 is also nothing. So if I want to set it up, you know, for something certain, I can, you know, go to, let us say, multimedia, and I can say that, you know, CD. Oh, going back, I can say that, you know, number 7, keep it pressed in, and now it will say, if I keep, you know, 7 pressed in, it will activate my CD. And external devices like this, then if I keep pressed 8 in, it will do USB audio. So that's, you know, that's a cool thing. So if I do 7, I certainly get CD. If I do 8, I get the Bluetooth radio, which is through my phone. So that's, you know, those are cool things. And if you have navigation, I don't, so I can show that. But if you have navigation and you have a certain address that you go a lot to, you can actually already also install a shortcut to them. So that's really handy. So now I already don't have to go to audio and, you know, turn on a song. Now I can just, you know, if I'm listening to the radio and I'm like, yeah, nothing good, boom, CD. Easy as that. So really, it's a cool little thing. But yeah. Also, another thing that you can do, in a lot of countries, like here in Belgium, your car has to pass, you know, an inspection. Like in Belgium, it's the yearly inspection. In the UK, I think it's called MOT. I'm not 100% sure how it works, and you know, the rules are a little bit different in each country, but you can actually install a date on your car to let you know when you have to go to the inspection, because my car has to go in December next year. So that's a pretty long time, and you know, a lot of people will forget that after a certain amount of time. But now you can actually install that. So you go to vehicle information, and then I think I have to see for a second because it's a long time ago that I actually looked at this, but you can look at vehicle status, and I think it was, no, I'm not sure. Yeah, service, and here car inspection. And here you can, mine says it's actually on March 2024, which isn't right. But it really says it, but you can, you know, install another date. But I have to look at a certain point how you do that, because I actually have no clue anymore. So I'm gonna quit for a second and see where I find it. So it was me, I was just looking at the wrong thing, I found out. So it's still, you know, at your surface things, you know, certif requirements, and then you go to this one. It says auto curing in my language. I'm not sure what it will say in English or stuff like that. And then you can actually, you know, press a button. And on my car it says you need to make an appointment in December 2021. And you can change a date. So I can make it January, you know, each month of the year, and then I can pick whatever year. I mean, I can even make the appointment in the past, or like in the year 2099. So BMW doesn't expect that you drive this car until the year 2100 apparently. So if you keep this car longer as, you know, 80 years, then you are fucked, because this feature will not work anymore. But I'm pretty certain that nobody will do that. So yeah, let's say the right date again. So yeah, December 2021, and the car will tell you that you actually need to go to the car inspection, which is, you know, it's a nice reminder, like, oh shit, yeah, I have to make an appointment, or I have to go. So that's a really cool thing, and not a lot of people knew this actually, apparently. You know, some of you probably do, but you know, it's something. And you can see how many kilometers and, you know, the brake pads have left, but probably most of you know that. And this is why I really want a car with iDrive, because having a 1 Series without iDrive, sorry Mads Beamer, it just makes your car a lot older, and it really lacks a lot of features without iDrive. But yeah, so yeah, these are actually the 5 things that I think, you know, are a little bit special and not that well known on the car. So we had like the automatic opening windows if you press the button of your key, the secret menu, the hidden 12-volt socket charger, the touch sensitive buttons which you can map to anything, not just radio, and the secret appointment that you can make for your car inspection. So yeah, tell me something. I mean, tell me if you knew these things or not, if you learned something new today, and also, you know, tell me something that I don't know about this car. So maybe you found something out which is pretty unique, that you're like, well, he probably doesn't know it, tell me, share it with me. I'd love to know those things. And yeah, I will see you very, very, very soon. Because tomorrow we are going to the Nürburgring. Yeah, so probably shoot a video. I'm gonna shoot a video tomorrow, but the Touristenfahrten, whatever they call it, it's from 6 to 7, you know, p.m. So, and then I still have to drive 3 hours home, edit the whole stuff. So probably the video will be online Sunday or Monday. Not 100% sure. And I'm also, what I'm gonna do in that video is I'm gonna do, you know, the trip to the Nürburgring. I'm gonna film that. Also, you know, when we are at the Autobahn, we are, of course, gonna floor it. So we're gonna see how fast the car is on the semi-slicks. And then I'm gonna show a short clip for me on the Nürburgring. And then I'm gonna do 2 laps. So I already got my tickets. I'm gonna do 2 laps and I'm going to film those. But I'm going to make each lap a separate video, which I'm going to upload 1 day and 2 days later. So you can all see what you want to see on this video. So yeah, it will be a lot of fun. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching and I'll see you soon. Bye.